Siya ang kauna-unahang winner ng Born Diva noong 2004. Naging boses sa likod ng theme song ng teleseryeng Lobo. Sumubok ng karera sa Philippine showbiz industry pero mas nakamit ang pangarap sa Hong Kong at naging Walt Disney Legacy Awardee. Kilalanin natin si Rocky Vega.
Masasabi ko, simple lang po ang buhay namin back in the day sa Mandaue. I grew up in Mandaue City, Cebu. Tapos, we lived po in a nipa hut, in a bahay kubo po, for
Talagang
12 years. Totoong bahay kubo po talaga.
Oo.
Tapos, pag bumabagyo, yung atip namin,
nalilipad. Nabalitaan ko, naranasan mo yung kanin, toyo, ang mga ulam.
Opo, yung pagkain na kinain namin, wala kami reklamo, kakain kami. Kasi yun lang ang nakaserve sa table. I wanted to join that competition kasi nga nakatira kami sa bahay kubo, di ba po? So sabi ko, ang grand prize nun is bahay, house and lot.
Yes, yan ang mga prizes noon.
Yun, tapos sabi ko, ay baka ito na yung opportunity na mabigyan ko ng bahay si mama at papa kasi promise ko yun nung bata pa ako. Sabi ko, Mapa, balang araw, bibilhan ko kayo ng bahay, bibigyan ko kayo ng bahay.
Super congratulations kasi 1% lang na mga nagpe-perform sa Disney ang nakakatanggap ng Walt Disney Legacy Award at isa si Miss Rocky Vega na isang proud Filipino na nakatanggap nun. Anong year?
This was 2023 po, last year po.
Wow, last year lang. So fresh na fresh.
Fresh na fresh po.
Pag sinabing Walt Disney Legacy Award, ano ang ibig sabihin nun?
Ang award po is considered like a global recognition program po siya. At hindi po siya basta-basta nakukuha. So your peers nominate you to get the award. And then there's a screening process po talaga, Miss Tony. And then, ang ibig sabihin lang doon is like they have appreciated your body of work and you have inspired your cast members to do better in their job.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Lalong nakaka-overwhelm yun kasi it's your peers who nominated you.
Kaya nakaka-touch po talaga.
Kasi ibig sabihin yun, yung mga katrabaho mo, ang talagang nagsabi na you deserve this kind of recognition because of your body of work, dedication, at saka yung binigay mong talagang pagmamahal sa trabaho. Nagiging emotional. Si Rocky. Nagiging emotional
just thinking about it lang kasi po, parang like, it's a very big award po kasi. That not like in Disneyland particularly. Tapos, I'm not only bringing myself, but I'm also bringing the entire Filipino community with this award po.
Minsan pag nagsisink in sa'yo, parang
yes,
nakaka-over.
every day po. Yes,
diba?
Just grateful for the opportunity. And I got this po because lahat ng cast members, we have our own name tag. But the name tag ng Legacy Awardee po is a blue one.
Wow.
It's a blue one with a diamond-shaped and like talagang designed by Walt Disney himself po.
Tsaka 1% lang ang nakakakuha niya worldwide,
global po siya.
Because she has dedicated almost half of your life, 14 years sa Hong Kong Disneyland.
Opo.
Pero alam nyo, si Miss Rocky, bago siya mapunta dito sa Hong Kong Disneyland, nag-try din siya ng opportunity sa Pilipinas, di ba? Kasi si Rocky ay talagang taga Cebu.
Taga Cebu po ako.
Alam na natin yan. Pag sinabi mga taga Cebu,
we're just so blessed lang po dahil siguro sa tubig.
Ang daming magagaling kumanta sa Cebu. So, growing up in Cebu, paano mo de-describe yung childhood?
Masasabi ko, simple lang po ang buhay namin back in the day sa Mandaue. I grew up in Mandaue City, Cebu. Tapos, we lived po in a nipa hut, in a bahay kubo po, for
talagang
12 years. Totoong bahay kubo po talaga.
Oo.
Tapos, pag bumabagyo, yung atip namin
nalilipad.
Yes, pero we may not grow up with fancy stuffs po, but I believe that we had everything. We had a home filled with love, with laughter, and music. Tapos, masasabi ko, those were the best years of my life, yung 12 years na yun. Kasi, it built my character, and it made me appreciate life. What matters most po. Tsaka grateful ako dahil hindi kami pinabayaan ng parents namin, ng kapatid ko.
So, lumaki ka, complete ang family?
Complete po ang family ko.
Nabalitaan ko, naranasan mo yung kanin, toyo, ang
Opo.
mga ulam.
Opo, kasi at that time, si Papa, malayo yung work niya. Kasi nga, landscaping po siya. So, kahit saan po siya pumupunta just to earn a living po. Tapos si Mama yung full-time devoted housewife po sa amin, taking care of me and my brother. Yung time na hindi pa nakauwi si Papa Tapos, gutom na kami. Walang pera. In other words, hindi nakatanggap ng pera at that time. So, si Mama nag-isip ng paraan, nagluto ng kanin at
para may lasa.
May lasa, nagtuyo. Pero yung pagkain na kinain namin, wala kami reklamo, kakain kami. Kasi yun lang ang nakaserve sa table. Yun lang ang turo ng parents ko. Just be grateful for whatever is, right in front of you, whether big or small. At hindi magreklamo. At hindi manlait sa iba. Matutong maging kontento sa anuman ang nandiyan sa iyo.
Naku, kasabihan natin yan sa Pilipinas.
Totoo.
Kapag maiksi ang kumot, matutong bumaloktot.
Yes.
Yes, ngayon lang natin naintindihan yan. Oo nga, pag binalikan mo yung kabataan mo, medyo mahirap pala ang buhay noon, pero ang laki ng importansya sa isang bata na lumalaki na masaya buong pamilya. Kasi nagiging buo yung core.
Kaya yun yung turo din sa anak namin po ngayon.
Yes, dahil meron ka na ring anak.
Opo.
Pero nung lumaki ka sa bahay kubo, kumakanta ka na nun.
Opo.
Ilang taong ka na kumanta?
Okay, so napansin nila Mama 2 or 3. Kasi si Mama po, to her, she is a frustrated singer, but to us, she is everything. She is the mentor, she is the teacher.
Yeah.
Siya po nagturo sa akin kumanta po.
Anong kinakanta mo nun?
Ang kinakanta ko yung mga Greatest Love of All.
Yan,
yung mga
Houston,
kahit na, mga ganun, mga...
Kahit na ni Jaja Padilla.
Kahit na,
ikaw pa, kay lumis.
Yes, ganun po. Tapos si Mama nga, i-correct niya ako kasi parang din siya, mentor nga siya sa mga CHTH, yung mga pronunciation,
yung mga enunciation, pronunciate.
Ganon.
Magaling. Yes. Kita mo naman, Mama, nagbunga. Legacy Award ng Walt Disney.
Grateful for my parents talaga sa kanilang support po.
So, si Mama ang nagturo?
Opo. Tapos yung Papa ko, support sa sidelines.
Yeah.
Very shy kasi
support. Pero, ang laking bagay ng sinusuportahan ka ng magulang mo sa pangarap mo. So, from Cebu, pinursu mo na ang pagkanta?
Hindi pa po, nag-aral po ako ng I finished, kasi yun ang sabi ni Mama at Papa, our only gift to you guys is education. Kailangan tapusin yung pag-aaral ninyo. They gave us the chance to go to a good school, a reputable school. Tapos, napagkatapos naman
talagang
po kami.
Ginapang ni nanay at tatay.
Opo, ginapang po talaga.
So, nakapagtapos ka?
Opo, I finished mass communications po.
Wow.
Major in Trimedia po.
Wow.
Sa St. Teresa's College in Cebu.
So, nung nakapagtapos ka, doon mo lang pinursu yung pagkanta?
Opo.
Pumunta ka Manila?
Pumunta ako ng Manila, tapos pinasali po ako sa isang reality TV competition.
Ayan yung 2004?
Opo, ito po yung Born Diva.
Born Diva. Ang host nito si Michasha Padilla.
Yes po.
Yes. Naalala ko to. Ito yung may makeover.
Opo. So, may makeover na nangyari plus a singing competition. Kasi it was patterned from the Swan.
Yes.
Diba po?
Yes, sa US.
So, we went through all that. Makeover.
Anong binago sa'yo?
Yung mata ko po ay deep set. Ginawa po siyang deep set. Kasi parang Chinese-Chinesean yung mata ko dati. So, isang eyeshadow. Inayos lang nila. Pero, eventually, through the years po, bumalik lang din po. Parang lang siyang, parang enhanced Rochelle. Enhanced Rocky. Ganon.
Okay.
Yes, and nose din po, konti.
Okay. Anong kinanta mo nun?
I sang different genres po. Pero yung finals po, I sang an original composition by Miss Trina Belamide. It's called Today. So, it goes, today is another chance I'm given. Today, I kiss the past goodbye.
Pang Disney princess talaga ang boses niya talaga.
Po. So, and then I sang with Shireen Reyes, yung kinanta, yung Coming Out of the Rain, and then a production number of If You Could Read My Mind. So, yun, that was the grand finals itself po. Ako po ang nanalo po sa year na po iyon. So,
the champion of Born Diva.
Actually, Miss Tony, masasabi kong I wanted to join that competition kasi nga nakatira kami sa bahay kubo, di ba po? So sabi ko, ang grand prize nun is bahay, house and lot.
Yes. Yan ang mga prizes noon.
Yun. Tapos sabi ko, ay baka ito na yung opportunity na mabigyan ko ng bahay si Mama at Papa kasi promise ko yun ng bata pa ako. Sabi ko, balang araw, bibilhan ko kayo ng bahay. Bibigyan ko kayo ng bahay.
Parang lahat ng mga anak, ganyan, ano?
Opo. Kasi
ang dream natin, mabigyan sila ng bahay at lupa.
Malagay sila sa ayimik. Yan po na maayos na, na life. Yun. So I was just blessed, grateful to God na I won the competition and I got the house and lot for them. Ito po yung tinitirhan nila sa Cebu ngayon.
Oh, wow.
Yes po.
Hanggang ngayon?
Opo, hanggang ngayon.
Wow.
So doon kami umuwi po. Pero sa kanila po
hanggang ngayon. So it happened 2004. Naging grand winner ka ng Born Diva. Tapos, ano ang nangyari? Tinuloy-tuloy mo ba to pursue the career in the Philippines?
Yes po. Kumbaga, after ng pagkapanalo ko po, nag-sign up po ako sa Star Records. Tapos binigyan po nila ako ng first album ko, which is a tribute album to Barbra Streisand. It's called the Streisand Classics. So lahat ng mga songs ko dun. And I also had a duet with Christian Bautista. We had I Finally Found Someone. Tapos after that po, mga breaks ko dumating sa awa ng Diyos po after ako kinasal after 11 years. That year 2008, I sang for Tito Boy's album Love Life, the childhood song which gave me the chance to win my first Awit award po.
Wow.
Tapos I also sang with Eric Santos. I sang It's My Turn. Tapos yun po, tapos tuloy-tuloy na, tapos yung Lobo came.
2008.
2008.
Kay Angel.
Kay Angel Locsin and Lolo Pascual.
Ah,
Yan.
okay.
So I sang the theme song po with Mr. Martin Rivera.
Wow.
Ikaw ang Pangarap.
Tapos, ano ang nangyari after nun?
So after nun po, 2009, medyo naging tahimik. So, tapos medyo madalang yung projects and I have to support a family. I have to pay the bills. Diba? May mga ganun tayong responsibilities. So sabi ko, parang nag-decide ako, parang this is not for me anymore. I have to do something. I have to look for greener pastures po. So yun, may audition for
Dito sa
Hong
Hong
Kong
Kong.
Disneyland sa Pinas. Tapos yung mga friends ko na nag-work na rin dito, nagme-message sa amin, Rochelle, Rocky, mag-audition ka nga. Try mo lang. But before that, 2009, meron akong kinantahan na isang church po sa Macau. And then we came to visit Hong Kong Disneyland. And I saw the show and I told my husband, Han, gusto kong maging part dito. So that was the year after 2009 yung nanood kami. 2010 yung audition. So I came to Manila from Cebu as a walk-in audition. Hindi ko kasi po alam na may online registration. So nag-walk-in po ako, but I had to wait a little bit longer. And then it was just a straightforward audition. We were asked to sing one song.
Anong kinanta mo?
Ang kinanta ko po is Waiting for Life to Begin from the musical Once on This Island. Dahil sa Once on This Island musical na yun po, na-meet ko po si Ms. Lea Salonga and she was my mentor for that musical. I got the chance to be mentored by one and only Ms. Lea Salonga po. So, I used that song as an audition piece. Tapos, after that pala, may callback na. So, balik sa hapon, kailangang ng dance routine at kakanta pa ng isang kanta from the show, actual show.
Madugo pala ang audition dito. Hindi ka lang kakanta, kailangan marunong ka rin sumayaw.
Yes, hundreds of hopefuls talaga during that day.
Maraming mga Pinoy, no?
Maraming Pinoy po kami nag-audition po. Sa school ni Mr. C, sa Ortigas, back in the day, doon kami nag-audition. Hindi ko makalimutan. Tapos sa sahig lang kami nakaupo, waiting for our turn. And then yun nga, na-call back ako. So, balik ako ng hapon. Tapos sayawan na. Patay, sayawan na. Hindi naman talaga po ako dancer. I'm just a mover. Yes, ganun po.
Iba yung dancer, talagang may gift.
Yes.
Pero,
I'm just a mover po.
Inaaral.
Inaaral po natin yan. Ganon. So, Aaralin, exactly po. So, yun, ng araw na yun, so, binigay na po yung choreography right on the spot. So, kailangan sayawin. It was Fever, yung song Fever, ganon. So, ang ginawa ko lang, I just felt that, parang sabi ko, I'll just give my best. Kung matanggap ko, hindi. Pero kung matanggap, good. Ito pa po, 6 kaming finalists sa araw na yun ng mga babae. Silang lahat naka-dance shoes. Ako lang ang wala. Kasi hindi ko naman alam din na may dance audition. Pero sabi ko, wala akong, pero wala din talaga po akong dance shoes. So nakita ko yun, sabi ko, tapos nakita ng choreographer, sabi niya, do you have any dance shoes? Sabi ko, no ma'am. Sabi niya, it's okay, just mag-bare feet ka na lang. So nag-bare feet ako sumayaw. Sumayaw po ako in front of the panel with my feet bare. And then, I just did my routine.
Nakuha mo agad?
Sa awa ng Diyos, nakuha
ko. Uy, ang galing mo.
Talagang, laser focus
ang
talaga.
Ang hirap na, alam nyo sa totoo lang, yung dynamics ng kakanta, tapos may steps na kasabay. Grabe yun. Kaya, ang galing talaga ng kumakanta at sumasayaw. Kasi, yung memorization ng steps, tapos yung, ay nako.
Siguro dahil kasi motivated ako sa araw na yun talaga. Sabi ko, kailangan kong makuha ito kasi I really need a job.
Yes.
I really need a job. I want to work for Hong Kong Disneyland. Ganun talaga yung focus ko.
Yun talaga ang goal.
Oo, para sa family, ganun talaga yung nasa isip ko. So, I did the routine, and then, yun na, true enough, at tapos sabi ko, matanggap ako, kailangan akong bumili ng dance shoes. And true enough, Miss,
Ito, natanggap ka.
natanggap po ako.
Paano mo malalaman na natanggap ka? Paano sinasabi?
We will get a call a month after. So, nung August, I got a call. Tapos, yun na, tumawag, hello, this is from Hong Kong Disneyland. Eh, naglilinis ako ng bahay nun. Kasi waiting nga for a job, diba? Sa Cebu kami, na asawa ko. Tapos, tinawagan ko, sabi ko, may tumatawag Hong Kong Disneyland. Do you have pen and paper ko? Papel, dali, papel, lapis, gano'n. So, tapos sabi, okay, these are the, ito na yung sweldo nga daw po. Tapos yung number of shows to do, 5 shows a day po kami, required. Tapos ito yung mga
Sinabi
details.
na sa'yo natanggap ka nun?
Opo. Sa call na yun, talagang
saya.
Saya talaga. Sabi ko, talagang binigay ni Lord. So, para talaga sa akin pala talaga. Tapos, tatlo lang kami natanggap out of the auditionees.
Wow.
That
Tatlo
time.
lang.
Tatlo lang. So, dalawang lalaki at isang babae.
Ikaw yun?
Ako po yun.
Wow.
So, talagang,
it's meant for you talaga. Para sa'yo talaga.
Siguro po talaga. So,
destiny yun.
Yeah. That was 2010, and then boom, yun na.
14 years
14 years
ago
andito
yun.
pa rin po ako.
Yes,
so
grabe,
grateful po.
no? Nung lumipat ka dito, wala ka pang anak.
Wala pa kaming anak po.
Paano yung challenge nung nagka-anak ka na tapos you're working?
Ayun, this is what I'm grateful for with Hong Kong Disneyland po kasi they are family oriented. So when I got pregnant, I had an option not to perform. So I was working behind the scenes. So I was working in the office. I was a scheduler. I was working on the schedule for the shows.
Ang bait nila. May
yes
ganun.
po, may ganun pong option po kasi may law po din sa Hong Kong to protect pregnant women. Yes.
Galing.
Tapos nanganak ako dito sa Hong Kong po. And then, yun, nandito tumulong din yung parents ko. They were here to help us. And then yung brother ko rin. And also, yung husband ko. Sobrang I gave birth June 24, 2017. And then birthday ni John, June 25, the next day. Sabi ko, happy birthday. May gift na ako sa kanya.
Galing naman.
So magkasunod sila, mag-ama.
Galing naman.
Yes po.
Magkasunod sila. So 2017 ka naging mommy.
Yes po, I was 36 years old.
Oh, wow.
Late in the game, but thankfully I was...
God's time talaga lahat. So, you have been working here in Disneyland for 14 years. What is a typical day for someone who works here in Hong Kong, Disneyland? Ano ang routine?
Okay, so it's like going to the office, but for performer's office po. So parang so I come in, I clock in, there's a specific call time for all of us. Tapos we have our morning briefing.
Anong oras ang start ng day?
For example, like today, my call time was 11 a.m. But nanay na po tayo ngayon, so kailang ihatid yung anak. So alas 6 ng umaga po, araw-araw, gising na po ako. So, after hatid sa anak ko, I go straight here to work, and then I do my makeup. We do our own hair. Tapos after that, so warm up kami, body physical. Tapos after that, mag-vocal warm up din ako. So, just before the show. And then we have our mic check. And then after that, we do the show, the normal setup.
Tapos you go home.
After the show, then we go home, we clock out, and then as soon as
Anong oras ka umaalis ng Disney?
So, normally 7 p.m. tapos na yung work namin. So, medyo late na rin po, no? Hindi na, yung anak ko, sometimes hindi ko na makikita din. Pero may time talaga, I try my best to, go home as soon as possible. So, the moment I enter the house, mother role comes into play. So, ganon.
So, in a week, ilang beses ka nagtatrabaho?
So, that's 5 times a week. 5 days a week. But there's sometimes, there will be 6 days if there's a manpower challenge. But everything, as in, it
Paano
just
pag holiday?
Flows. Holiday, talagang work po.
Oh, yan ang challenge.
Kung nagka-holiday ang mga tao
Kasi
po.
ang holiday ng tao ay work dito sa Disney because pag holiday, nagpupuntahan lahat dito sa Disney.
Yes, Miss Stone. And do you know po that I haven't been home for Christmas and New Year for 14 years?
Grabe, hindi
Yes,
na.
because of work. But
Kasi
it's okay.
nga, yung demand lalo pagka-holiday.
Lalo na sa Christmas, ang daming guests natin.
Bukas ng December 24,
Yes.
25.
Yes po.
Bukas ng
January
31, 1.
1. Yes po.
Ay, oo nga pala.
yeah.
So, yun ang mga sacrifice na mga performers dito sa Disney just to give a great show and performance sa lahat ng bibisita dito.
Yes.
Ano yung pinaka-favorite mong role na nagawa at na-perform dito sa Disney?
My favorite role was when I did Live Your Story. Ato po yung grand opening po ng Castle of Magical Dreams. Kasi back in the day, like, maliit pa lang yung castle namin, the Sleeping Beauty. Ngayon, it's the Castle of Magical Dreams. Tapos, Miss Tony, ako po yung napili nilang kumanta for the grand opening.
Wow.
Sa lahat ng mga cast members po.
Sino namimili nun?
Yung cast director po namin.
Dito sa Hong Kong?
Dito sa Hong Kong.
Wow.
They're the special team, creative team.
Ikaw talaga ang
na-timing lang po na nabigyan po ng opportunity. And then, first time po yung nangyari na lahat ng princesses and goddesses, 14 princesses and goddesses were on stage.
Wow.
This was
Pag
during
sinabi mong princesses and goddesses, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White,
Yes.
Cinderella,
Yes,
yan.
yun. And order lahat po. Tapos yung mga queens, including Queen Elsa and Queen Anna.
Yes.
So all
Nandito
of these
silang
princesses,
lahat.
yes, we're all on stage and I got to sing for them. Tapos meron pang latest po talaga yung World of Frozen grand opening.
Yes.
Napili din po ako doon po to sing po. So,
Galing talaga ni
pero
Rocky.
that was the most nerve-wracking
Ito ba yung
show
Let
po.
It Go?
Yes po, kasi of course you're singing
Shocks!
iconic Frozen songs. Isang gabi lang po yun. Pero malaking bagay kasi Bob Iger was here.
Bob Iger
came.
Nakapag-perform ka. Bob Iger is the
The
president
of
Disney.
Yes po. And then
Binasa ko yung libro nyo eh.
Diba po? Diba? So
Sobrang
inspiring.
inspiring, yes.
Jennifer Lee was also here, the director of Frozen. She was here to come and also Josh D'Amaro, the head of the operations.
Wow. Grabe yung no, mga
Grabe ang
opportunity.
kaba, Miss Tony. Grabe talaga. As in,
Pero parang while listening to you, doon ko na-realize na just because something didn't work out for you in this area in your life, dapat huwag kang titigil na hanapin yung pinto na magbubukas para sa'yo. Kasi when you thought na wala nang nagbubukas na pinto para sa'yo sa Pilipinas, sa showbiz industry, hindi ka pa rin tumigil. Kasi kapag may pangarap ka talaga, at kapag meron kang gift mula kay God, naiiyak na sila.
sorry.
Kasi marirealize mo yung mga pinagdaanan.
Yes,
no? Mahirap.
Mahirap po.
Mahirap i-pursue ang dream. Totoo yan.
I'm just grateful to hindi tayo tumigil na to follow that dream. Kasi,
Maraming heartaches yan eh.
Yes
Pag
po.
sinusunod mo yung dream mo. Maraming heartaches, frustrations.
Yes.
Kaya niyak si Rocky kasi, well, I know it kasi we're from the same industry. Hindi nakikita naman tao, ang hirap ng
Yes
mga
po.
pinagdadaanan sa industriya bago ka makapasok. Tapos pag nakapasok ka na, akala mo, andun ka
Yun
na.
na, yeah.
Yung pala, tuloy-tuloy pa. Ang dami pa rin mga hurdles at mga challenges pa rin.
Yes.
So if there's one thing na gusto mong i-share sa mga dreamers out there, na marahil they're looking for inspiration or looking for a sign or looking for hope on what they want to do sa kanilang mga buhay, ano ang gusto mong i-share sa kanila base dun sa mga napagdaanan mo?
So for those po who are dreamers like me, just don't be afraid to take risks. Number one. Try it. Just give it a try and just audition. And then, first and foremost, just offer everything to God and just be grateful for everything.
If there is a song na masasabi mong ito ang song ng buhay ko,
For now, what
As a singer.
resonates well to me is the song When You Wish Upon a Star.
kailangan nating tapusin to sa magandang sample.
If your heart is in your dreams, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true.
Just like what happened to you, our Walt Disney Legacy Awardee, Rocky.
Thank you po.
Vega, thank you very much.
Thank you po.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Miss Tony, for
More
having me here.
success, more happiness, more blessings.
Thank you
for
so
you.
much po.
And
God
ang dream ko
bless.
naman, one day, makauwi ka sa Pilipinas ng Pasko para ma-experience mo ulit ang Pasko sa Pinas.
Yes po. Thank you
Diba?
so much,
Thank
Miss
you.
Tony. Thank you.
Nice
to meet you.
Ang mga Pilipino. Lahat Pinoy? Pinoy lahat?
Halos lahat po.
O Pinoy lahat? Oh yes, Tony Talks to.
Tony Talks! Tony